Hello, my name is Kevin, and this is my project. It is a game engine that runs completely on the Sprig. It has physics, it has movement, you can create scripts, and you can configure objects. This is an example program that I wrote. It has a little character that can jump around and collect some coins. Now I'll show you how to create a program. So you can go to load program, and then you go to the project that you created. So this one's called Flavor Town. And the first thing you want to do is create a sprite. So I'll just create a simple character sprite. I'll make it white, and then I'll choose a color. So I'll choose like green. And I can draw something like a smiley face on it. And now I can use this sprite in my game. So I'll save that. And now to actually make the objects do things, we have to create a script. So I'll just create a script, call it A. And now this is the editor. You can edit your scripts here so you can add functionality to your objects. There's shortcuts so you don't have to write everything out. I'll create a simple script that just rotates the object. Alright, here's my script written out. It'll add 1 degree and print high to the console every single frame. So now I can save this off. And now to actually create the layout of your objects, you have to create a new scene. So I'll just call this new scene, and I'll just abbreviate it as scene 1. And now here you can see the object view. This has all of the objects that are in your game. So there's a camera, and then there's also a pre-made object 1. Now in the layout view, I can see there's my sprite that I created. I can also see the bounding box of the camera. Now off to the modules tab, I can see all of the values that each of the objects have. So to add the script, I'll go over to my objects, and I'll go to object 1, and then I'll go down to this add button here, and I'm going to add my script, which was called A. And now I can see it was attached to this object. And now if I go and run the program, we'll see that it has the object spinning just like the script told it to do. It also, if we check to the console, we'll see that it printed high. The game engine also has functionality for collision and physics. So if I go back to the object, I can go ahead and add some physics. The physics package is pre-made, and it adds gravity to the objects. So now if I play the program, you'll see the object falls as it spins. But just an object falling isn't that too interesting. So we're going to add another object. This one's going to be called 2. And on this one, we're going to add a collider to it. So this will allow the objects to actually hit each other. And I'll go ahead and make this object a little bigger too. And see, there's our new object. I'll put it down a little bit. And then we also have to make sure to add the collider back onto the original object. So now when I run the program, the objects hit into each other. Now if you don't want the bottom object to move, you can go to the collision and you can set it to be a static collider. So now when the object falls, it just hits into the bottom object. So now with all of these combined, you can create different games on this Sprig engine. So if I go to a different program, such as my game, this is a platformer that I wrote in the game engine. All the sprites and the scripts were made on this Sprig, but the game engine I made in C. And all the interpreter, the collision engine, the physics, the load balancer, the renderer, everything I wrote in C. And it took me a while, so I hope you enjoyed it.